Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynic Alex, and today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 new characters that are incoming to the game. So if you're wondering, Cynic Alex, how do you know who the 3 new characters are going to be? Well, if you're not familiar with the Mobirum forums where the community manager for Future Fight posts updates and other things, over the past 3 days they've been posting these cryptic sort of messages about hints for the upcoming new characters. And so we see here the Netmarble logo, or the kind of monster that is the mascot for Netmarble, and you can see here that they're wearing Tony Stark's wrist watch thing that turns into the Iron Man hand from the Civil War movie. Thank you for the Dimension Rift. Then the next day they posted another cryptic message, and now we're seeing these glasses that actually belong to Kate Bishop, who is one of the young Avengers taking over for Clint Barton as Hawkeye. With those two things, it was pretty easy to surmise that this new Iron Man from the first hint was actually going to be Riri Williams, who is going to be called Ironheart. And then just today, not too long ago, we got the Last Strand, which is a pun on the Last Stand hair, and we see here there's a belt with an M on it, which is obviously for Medusa, who is Black Bolt's wife of the Inhuman race on Attilan. So this new update is going to be pretty big. We're getting 3 new female characters into the game, and although they are, 2 of them at least, repeats of characters that we currently have, they're going to be different. They're going to have different skill sets, different kits, probably different effects, maybe different leaderships. Here's hoping. So actually what I wanted to do is not so much just to reveal the fact that we're getting 3 new characters, because that's all good and fun. You can get that maybe from some of the replies on the Mobirum post. You can get that from the Reddit as well. What I actually wanted to do is make my predictions for the characters, because I like these kinds of videos. I think it's fun to make predictions about upcoming characters, and it's fun to then see, looking back, how accurate or inaccurate I was in my thinking. So right away, looking at Riri Williams as Ironheart, it's a pretty good guess that she's going to have to be a Blast character. So we're getting a new Blast character, but the Blast character is going to be female. So that means that they're not going to be able to compete in the Combat Extreme Alliance Battle Day for Blast Heroes, but I don't think that they were going to be as strong as Doctor Strange anyways. But it is good because we don't have that many female Blast characters, and it will be cool to see how another Iron Man is, played in this game and designed, and how their playstyle will differ or match the one of Iron Man that we currently have. I hope sincerely that the new Ironheart flies the way that the Civil War Iron Man uniform does, because it's really annoying to play as the other Iron Men that don't fly and they have to run around on their sad little boots. I also hope that this new Iron Man, does something different, because I honestly don't really like the way that the current Iron Man plays. I think aside from the Unibeam and the Missile Barrage, it's a pretty boring kit, and it could use a lot more like gadgetry and things that make Iron Man really iconic. I don't really like one-off and stuff like that, so I really do hope that this new character does some cool things, maybe even plays with the mask, opening the mask and showing her face or something like that. That would be really cool, instead of just seeing the suit on all the time. But we'll have to see how it plays out. As far as Kate Bishop goes for Hawkeye, I'm assuming again that it's going to match the typing, so we're going to be getting another speed character. Assuming as well that it's going to be a woman, well, we know that, but also a hero. We do have a potential contender for the Speed Hero of Extreme Alliance Battle category. As well, getting a new speed character is always fun, because the class is so, or the type I should say, is so devoid of strong characters that I'm excited for anything. But I hope sincerely that they don't take a lot of cues from the way that they designed Hawkeye, because I really dislike the way that Hawkeye plays. He's very slow moving, his animations take a long time, and they're very drawn out because he always has to shoot like a million different arrows. And there's not a lot of like fun movement or like fun cool effects, aside from maybe the trick shot or the evasive shot. Those two have a bit of coolness to their animation, but otherwise it's pretty stale, and I really hope that Kate Bishop brings something new to the table. As far as Medusa, she is definitely going to be a universal to match her husband, Black Bolt. I would be very surprised if she wasn't. As well, if you know from the comics, Medusa can control her hair kind of telepathically or psionically. So I'm really super excited to see how they animate her. I am anticipating it to look something like a mix between Carnage and the way he kind of is malleable, almost like a liquidy or a very viscous kind of clay. And then someone like Camilla Khan, the way she stretches and pulls and kind of gets bigger and smaller and changes shape so, you know, much. I do expect that Medusa's hair is going to animate very similarly to this, and I can't wait to see it because Camilla Khan and Carnage are two characters that animate so well in this game, especially on that attack for Carnage where he swings his arms out. Not so much the blob stuff because that's not really gonna happen, but for this one especially, when he brings out all of his claws, I could see a very, or all of his, I don't know what to call it, symbiote attack. It's like a shrapnel thing. I could see Medusa having a very similar skill as well. She does like to hold or grab opponents with her hair a lot in a lot of the comics that you read. So I don't, I wouldn't be surprised, or I think they'll at least include one bind or like snare or stun skill. Thank you for the Dimension Rift for Medusa. As far as their power level goes, I don't have very high expectations for these three characters because the two of them are taking the cue from current characters. It would be really weird if they were grossly overpowered compared to them. So unfortunately, my guess is that both Kate Bishop and Riri Williams won't be like a ton more powerful than Iron Man and Hawkeye currently, you know, Tony Stark and Clint Barton. They may both be a little bit stronger, or maybe one of them is stronger and one of them is weaker or on par, but I don't expect there to be a huge gap in power level between, you know, the originals and the proteges. For that reason, they're probably not going to be very meta characters because right now Iron Man and Hawkeye are sitting pretty much at the bottom tier of characters for every game mode. Essentially, they're not they're usable, but they're not at all favorites or even preferred or even priorities. So for that reason, I don't have very high hopes for those two characters, but I might be surprised, and I would be happy to be pleasantly surprised. But I do think that Medusa will be quite strong, given the fact that with the new rework, Black Bolt is a very powerful, very capable universal hero, and the fact that he is an Inhuman and she is an Inhuman. They're probably not going to want to screw that up by making them imbalanced, by making her very weak. So at the very least, I think she will be as strong as Black Bolt, but she could be much stronger than Black Bolt. The last time that we had a character update with just kind of three random characters that don't really fit together necessarily, I believe it was Carnage, Jane Foster, and Camilla Khan. That was when we got our first paywall character in Carnage being a bio subscription. Now, a lot of people or some people have said that we're probably not due for another bio subscription character yet because of the cycle of Netmarble releasing them. You know, Carnage, and then Hyperion, and then Amora or Enchantress. And there's kind of a gap between each one. But I have a sneaking suspicion, or I have just a feeling that Medusa, especially because she's such a popular character, she's such a fan favorite, they could put her as a bio subscription only character, and they would sell a lot of bio subscriptions that way. I'm not saying that's what I want Netmarble to do. Please, Netmarble, make Medusa farmable, but I'm saying it's not outside of the realm of possibility, given the fact that we're seeing an update of 3 characters, given the fact this is not a regular update, this is an update that's being pushed to coincide with certain Marvel comic material, with the Marvel Now series, especially for the Young Avengers and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I'm hoping that they don't do that, but at least if they do that, or I guess anyways, regardless, I really hope that Medusa is super powerful, because the hair jokes, the L'Oreal commercials, the Head and Shoulders, all those memes are going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to that, and the animations, and just playing with new characters. I'm excited to get my hands on them, and I really want to see how they play out, how they animate, and what they look like. So I want to know what you guys think. I'm curious how you feel about these new characters, who you think they should have introduced instead. Should they have made this an Inhumans only update, or should they have waited for the Inhumans show that we're going to be getting in the fall this year? Where is Lockjaw? Where are the other Inhumans? Why are we only getting Kate Bishop and Riri Williams? Where is America Chavez and all of the other Marvel Now female characters? Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. And of course, guys, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.